Good morning, I'm Samriddhi K.C. and these are the headlines of the hour. High-level political mechanism limited to formalities, NC leaders Gagan Thapa and Purna Bahadur Khadka absent from the meeting. Government clarifies of no issues among coalition partners. Construction of pilot channel being built by the Indian side to push the natural flow of Koshi River towards the western embankment halts. Discussion among Nepal-China in progress. Russian mass drone attack kills 2 people and injures at least 16 in the southeastern Ukrainian city of Dnipro. And Delhi Capitals beat Rajasthan Royals in the super over of the ongoing Indian Premier League. KL Rahul, Mitchell Starc stars as Delhi climbs to the top of the table. Home Minister Ramesh Lekhak has clarified that there are no problems within the government or the coalition. While leaving after a meeting of the ruling coalition partners last night, he stated that the rumors circulating about problems within the government are untrue. He said that comments made by some leaders about the government were personal and did not require a response. He emphasized that regular meetings of the task force and coordination committee, including the 2 top leaders, had taken place.
हैन हिजो मन्त्री परिषदको बैठकले नै शिक्षकहरूको आन्दोलनलाई सम्बोधन गरेको छ। थप बाँकी कुरामा पनि हामी छलफल गरिराखेका छौं, उहाँहरुसँग पनि संवाद गरिराखेकै छौं। एउटा कुरा, अर्को कुरो यो सरकारको कार्यशैली मलाई लाग्छ सरकारले राम्रैसँग अगाडि बढिराखेका छ। संयन्त्रको बैठक, कार्यदलको बैठक नियमित बैठक हो, समसामयिक कुरामा छलफल भएको छ र हाम्रा बीचमा कुनै समस्या छैन। बाहिर जुन ढंगले कुरो आइराखेको छ, सरकारमा के समस्या भयो कि दुई दलका बीचमा के समस्या भयो कि भन्ने जुन कुरा छ, त्यस्तो खालको कुनै समस्या छैन। 2 जना नेता सहित हामी बसेका छौं र सबै कुरा ठीक छ।
Home Minister Lekhak also stated that it is not yet time to criticize the government's work. He mentioned that the government is serious about moving forward and passing the school education bill. The task force and coordination committee meeting was convened amidst opposition from senior and influential leaders of the coalition partner, the Nepali Congress, regarding the government's work and working style. Yesterday's coordination committee meeting did not include Nepali Congress Vice President Purna Bahadur Khadka and General Secretary Gagan Thapa. According to sources from the Prime Minister's Secretariat, Leader Khadka was absent due to health reasons and General Secretary Thapa was delayed in returning to Kathmandu from outside the valley. Those who attended yesterday's meeting included Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli, Nepali Congress President Sher Bahadur Deuba, Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister Bishnu Paudel, CPN-UML Senior Vice President Ishwar Pokhrel, Foreign Minister Arju Rana Deuba, Home Minister Ramesh Lekhak, CPN-UML General Secretary Sankar Pokhrel and Prime Minister's Chief Advisor Bishnu Rimal. The construction of a pilot channel being built by the Indian side to push the natural flow of Koshi River towards the western embankment has been halted. A team led by Chief District Officer of Saptari Bhola Dahal, who reached the construction site of the pilot channel, stopped the work. In the name of controlling the Koshi River, India was digging a pilot channel near the western embankment in Tikulia, Ward number 5 of Tilathi Koiladi rural municipality in Saptari to change the natural flow of the river. Locals had protested, saying that the pilot channel being dug by the Indian contractor in an opaque manner would put the western embankment at risk and threaten half a dozen Nepali villages with flooding. Chief District Officer Dahal said that a discussion would be held with the technicians of India and Nepal, and only then a conclusion would be reached on whether to proceed with it or not. Due to the pilot channel, that Indian side started digging on the river in Tikulia, Ward number 5 in Saptari on March 16th, about half a dozen settlements including Tikulia, Banjar Jhula, Dalba and Rampura are at high risk of flooding. The team included Chief District Officer Dahal, Chairperson of Tilathi Koiladi Rural Municipality Arun Kumar Mandal, Superintendent of Police of Nepal Police Thakendra Khatiwada, Superintendent of Police Armed Force Gyanmani Paudel, Deputy Director of National Investigation Office Surendra Koirala, among others. The government has decided to convene a parliamentary session on April 25th to pass the education bill, responding to the demands of teachers who have been engaged in Kathmandu-centric protests and educational strikes for over 2 weeks. However, teachers who have been intensifying their protests due to the lack of attention to their demands do not seem to trust this decision. Teachers are inclined to continue their protest, refusing to accept any unfulfilled demands. The teachers' movement, which demands things from the government but does not trust it, has created confusion among parents and students.
Following the continuous protests of community school teachers and staff, the government has decided to call a parliamentary session on 25th of April to pass the education bill. But the teachers are not confident in the government. The Nepal Teachers Federation says that while calling a parliament session is positive, they will continue the protests because none of their demands related to the profession have been addressed. The federation accuses the Council of Ministers of ignoring the demands put forward as prerequisites such as teachers and staff salaries, salary adjustments, grade adjustments, and the order of precedence. They say that although they have reached agreements with the government 3 times before, this time they will continue the street protests until an Education Act is issued that ensures the professional rights and benefits rather than just making empty promises.
हामीलाई थकाएर हाम्रा बीचमा फटाएर आन्दोलनलाई कमजोर बनाएर शिक्षकलाई रित्तै घर फर्काउने सरकारको चाहिँ योजना थियो त्यो हामीले बेलैमा बुझ्यौं हामी सचेत भयौं त्यसैले अब हामी चाहिँ यो सडक हामी छोड्दैनौं जबसम्म त्यो विषयगत समितिले हामीसँग भएका सहमति अनुरूप उहाँहरूले ती हाम्रा मुद्दाहरू हल गरिदिनु पर्यो
हुनुपर्ने मन्त्री परिषदबाट सम्बोधन हुनुपर्ने निर्णयहरू केही बाँकी रहेका कारणले गर्दाखेरि र छिटोभन्दा छिटो 12 गतेबाट प्रारम्भ हुने वर्षीय अधिवेशनमा यो शिक्षा ऐनको कार्यक्रमलाई अगाडि बढाउनु हुनेछ भनेर पनि यो आन्दोलनलाई नियमित गर्न हामी बाध्य हौं.
However, the government claims to have already fulfilled the demands of the protesting teachers. The government has also called on them to be responsible towards students and parents and return to the work.
उहाँहरुका जायज मागहरु पूरा गर्न सरकार सदैव तयार छ. त्यसका लागि हामीले केही क्रियाकार्य गरेका छौं. अझै उहाँहरुसँग बसेर थप सल्लाह गरेर अगाडि बढ्न सकिन्छ भन्ने कुरामा हामी पुगेका छौं. त्यसैका लागि म सम्पूर्ण शिक्षकहरुलाई यहाँहरुकै यो सञ्चार माध्यम मार्फत आह्वान पनि गर्न चाहन्छु.
The Ministry of Education has also reiterated its appeal to teachers to halt the protest programs. The ministry has urged them not to jeopardize the future of students at a time when student enrollment, teaching and learning, answer sheet checking and the grade 12 annual examination are approaching.
यसलाई पनि के भन्दाखेरि अविश्वास गरेर यस्तो प्रदर्शनलाई निरन्तर राख्नु भनेको यसले चाहिँ के भने राम्रो नतिजा राम्रो परिणाम ल्याउँछ भन्ने मलाई लाग्दैन र हामी अब के भन्दाखेरि हाम्रा विद्यार्थीप्रतिको जिम्मेदारी अभिभावकप्रतिको जिम्मेदारी पनि हामीले हेर्न पर्ने हुन्छ र मैले तपाईलाई भन्नै पर्छ कि शिक्षा ऐन एसोचको कुरा गर्नुहुन्छ भने शिक्षा ऐन जारी गर्नु भनेको के भने एउटा विद्यालय समुदायको सरकारको विषय त हो.
Teachers have been protesting since 2nd of April, demanding the immediate enactment of the School Education Act with guaranteed implementation of past agreements. To put pressure on the government, they have been on an indefinite educational strike since 7th of April and have announced that they will not participate in the SEA answer sheet checking and the grade 12 examination process.
Speaker Devraj Khemire has stated that it is not possible to address the teachers' demands in the budget session. Talking to reporters in Jhapa yesterday, Speaker Khemire said that the budget session should prioritize budget-related issues, so there is no possibility of addressing the teachers' demands. He stated that it is not possible to issue the School Education Act immediately as demanded by the teachers. Speaker Khemire said that since the government has started the process of addressing the demands, the teachers should immediately withdraw their protest even if they do not participate in the talks. Speaker Khemire also mentioned that there are differences among the political parties regarding the school education bill, making it necessary to reach a political consensus.
अब आह्वान भएको अधिवेशनले पनि त्यसलाई तुरुन्तै एक नम्बर मुद्दामा राखेर त्यही टुङ्ग्याएर अरु विषयमा जानु सम्भव छैन. किनभने उनले प्राथमिकता दिने भनेको त बजेटसँग सम्बन्धित विषयमै प्राथमिकता दिनुपर्छ. किनभने बजेट चाहिँ जेठ 14 गते भित्रमा बजेट प्रस्तुत भइसक्नुपर्छ। असार वसन्तभित्रमा त्यो बजेट पारित भइसक्नुपर्छ। त्यसका आफ्ना कानुनी प्रक्रिया थुप्रै छन्। त्यो प्रक्रियाका त्यसका सीमाभित्रै बसेर कामहरू गर्नुपर्ने बाध्यता हुन्छ उसलाई। अब त्यो बाध्यताको कारणले गर्दाखेरि प्राथमिकता त त्यसले नि पाउँछ।
Welcome back. Amidst demands for judicial reform, the year 2081 BS was marked by direct and indirect conflict between the judiciary and Nepal Bar Association. The dispute over the amendment of the Judicial Council regulations, which began the previous year, escalated to the point of contempt of court charges against the bar president this year. This conflict has delayed the appointment of judges affecting judicial administration. Judicial experts have suggested that in the year 2082 BS, the judiciary should address the shortcomings of the previous year, improve judicial governance, adopt transparency in appointments, reduce the number of cases, and foster coordination between the bar and the bench.
The dispute between the judiciary and the bar intensified in 2081 BS due to the appointment of judges based on the controversial amendment of the Judicial Council regulations. Questioning the appointments led to contempt of court charges against the bar president. Due to this dispute, the judge appointment process has not moved forward even after Prakash Man Singh Raut's 7-month tenure as Chief Justice. Towards the end of 2081 BS, the Nepal Bar Association elected a new leadership for the next 3 years. However, the new leadership of the Nepal Bar also maintains the same stance on the amendment of the Judicial Council regulations. The new leadership has clarified that it considers the contempt of court against the outgoing bar president as an institutional issue. In this situation, the Supreme Court's former Justice Balram K.C. believes that the judiciary has no alternative but to resolve all these problems and move forward by resolving the dispute with the Nepal Bar Association.
जब जजको दुईटा रोल हुन्छ, एउटा त्यो न्याय परिषदमा गर्दाखेरि प्रशासनिक काम गर्छ, उसले उसको काम विरुद्ध सर्वोच्च मुद्दै लाग्छ नि, मुद्दा कति मुद्दै छ नि, त्यहाँ मुद्दा थियो भने त्यसकारण त्यो न्याय परिषद अध्यक्ष त्यो न्यायिक काम होइन, त्यो प्रशासनिक काम हो। त्यो प्रशासनिक काममा हामी आलोचना झुटा आरोप लगाउन पाउँदैनौँ, आलोचना गर्न पाइन्छ, त्यो कन्टेम्प्ट हुँदैन। म क्लियर छु। बार भनेको जुडिसियरीको अभिन्न अङ्ग हो, उसको सपोर्ट नभइकन जुडिसियरीलाई गाह्रो पर्छ। त्यसकारण अहिले जुन त्यो सानोतिरको पनि कन्टेम्प्टको अवहेलनाको मुद्दा उठ्ने आदि काम भइरहेको छ नि, अनि फेरि त्यो बारको माग पनि त्यो पश्चातदर्शी असर हुने गरी किन संशोधन गरेको नियम जुनियरले सिनियर किन बनाउने भन्ने त्यो माग पनि मोहन राय जज ठान्दिनँ।
The impact of the stalled judge appointment process due to the judiciary bar dispute has affected judicial administration. Currently, there are 4 vacancies for judges in the Supreme Court and 26 vacancies including 4 chief judges in the high courts. The Supreme Court alone has more than 26,000 pending cases. High courts also face a backlog of cases. Former Justice Ananda Mohan Bhattrai suggests that in the new year, the judiciary should focus on reducing the number of cases. He also emphasizes the need for serious attention to effective regulation of judges' performance and conduct, improvement of judicial governance, and transparency in judicial appointments. However, lawyers emphasize that the key issue is coordination between the judiciary and the bar, without which judicial reform is impossible.
न्यायपालिका भित्रको विकृति विसङ्गतिसँग सम्बन्धित सुधारका कुराहरू, न्याय परिषद सम्बन्धी गैर संवैधानिक नियमावली संशोधनका कुराहरू र न्यायाधीश नियुक्तिमा भएका जुन खालका भागभण्डा र अनियमितताहरूको कुराहरू उठेका छन् र ती कुराहरूको सम्बन्धमा पनि न्यायपालिकाको नेतृत्वले र नेपाल बार एसोसिएसनको नेतृत्वले सजगताका साथ हेर्नुपर्छ र एक आपसमा मिलेर जान भन्दा अर्को विकल्प छैन।
Chief Justice Prakash Man Singh Raut, after his appointment 7 months ago, pledged to take full responsibility for the judiciary, reach an agreement with the Nepal Bar Association on the Judicial Council regulations, and appoint judges soon. However, no progress has been made in this regard, affecting judicial administration and increasing the backlog of cases in the courts. To maintain public trust in the judiciary, it is essential to resolve the cases of ordinary citizens in a timely manner and immediately engage in discussions with the bar leadership to end the dispute concerning the Judicial Council regulations.
Minister for Communication and Information Technology Prithvi Subbagurung has stated that the governor of Nepal Rashtra Bank will be appointed very soon. At a press conference held at the ministry yesterday, Gurung stated that the appointment process was lingered due to heightened political interest. However, he claimed that the rumors about middlemen dominating the governor's appointment are baseless. Regarding the government's move to amend the criteria for the appointment of members and office bearers of public bodies under the Ministry of Finance with the intention of appointing individuals above 65 years of age as governor of Nepal Rashtra Bank, the Supreme Court issued a short-term interim order on Tuesday to not implement it. Gurung also informed that Prime Minister K.P. Sharma Oli and Nepali Congress President Sher Bahadur Deuba had discussions on Tuesday regarding the appointment of the governor.
अब यो ढिलो हुने चाहिँ के हामी चाँडोभन्दा चाँडो गभर्नर नियुक्ति गर्दैछौँ। तपाईँले यो भनाइ कहाँबाट सुन्छ होइन 1 अरब कहाँ कति खर्च भइसक्यो यस्तो कुराको चाहिँ 1% पनि सत्यता छैन। खाली चाहिँ के हो त्यसकारण यो चाहिँ अब एउटै पार्टीको सरकार होइन यो गभर्नर जस्तो पदमा चाहिँ पार्टीहरूको आफ्नो चासो हुने कुरा अस्वाभाविक होइन, स्वाभाविक हो।
Time for international update. A Russian mass drone attack killed 2 people and injured at least 16 on yesterday evening in the southeastern Ukrainian city of Dnipro. It is reported that 16 people had been injured, including 3 children aged 11, 6 years old and 9 months. 5 people were being treated in hospital. Dnipro mayor shared pictures showing damage to buildings and scattered debris. On his social media, he put the number of injured at 28 and said one strike came within 100 meters of the municipal offices. That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.